All right, anybody out there? There we go. What's up, Shark Bait? Man, this technical stuff kills me. Hey, Eric, what's going on, buddy? Jason, what's happened, buddy? Mike, Stray Scar, you know it. You know it, buddy. I'm still trying to fix things that I screwed up somehow. I'm not sure how I screwed it up, but you know, I always screw stuff up somehow, one way or another. Why is this up there? Nope. All right. I think we're right. We're back, Jay. Technical difficulties, man. These things, hey, technology's great until it's not. Until it's not working. And then once it's not working, it's terrible. Terrible. All right. How's everybody doing tonight? Hope y'all having a great evening. So let's get into what's going on. Eric and the Block Monster. All right. I'm telling you, I don't really have anything new. Nothing new on Shake and Bake. We are getting ready to go to Florida. Jay, I'm looking at renting a truck. So I'm going to take you up on borrowing your trailer. The plan is I'm going to rent a truck and haul it down there. And then we're going to hit that first testing tune March 6th. All right. Thanks, Jay. March 3rd, Sunday, March 3rd, MIR, first track day. We'll be there. So for you guys in the DMV area, want to check it out, I'll be at MIR on the 3rd. All right, what's going on here? Trying to watch everything on my phone, but it's not working. I don't know what's happening. All right, technology's terrible, man. Terrible when it doesn't work. All right, Jay. All right, Jay. We'll have a rematch, buddy. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Yeah, my plan is to rent a truck, and then that way I can take. Because last time in Florida, they really didn't have any good E85, pump E85 that I could find. It was all really, really low in the 70s. Even in Florida, when it's hot all the time, it's kind of weird. And I'm not paying for X98 or any of those crazy prices for those stuff in the can. So my plan is to take about 30 gallons with me from Fort Meade, which is always right at 80%. At least on my gauge, it's 80%. People tested it's like 85 to 87, but on my gauge, it's always 80%. So I'm going to fuel up all the cans, and that's the plan. All right, Jay. Yeah, definitely should be a better one because you're getting her dialed in. That's for sure. Jason, in your opinion, would ported heads benefit my cam turbo build on my 2017 5.7 Charger. Cam 224, 234, 112 LSA. And should I use the stabilizers, crawlers from Stankey doing forged internals? Ported heads are always a iffy for me. I did port my heads. I did have my heads ported. When I was NA, I only picked up maybe 10, I think it was, on the dyno. But that's being NA. So being turbocharged, ported heads may do you a little bit better. You may pick up a few more. I'm not really sure. Mike, maybe Racer X will have his 170 out there. That'd be cool. That'd be cool if he did make it. Eric's going back to Jay. Jay's going back to Jason. Stabilizer's way to go. No need for ported heads. Just turn up the boost. Lastly, one toilet say is more of an NA grind. It's better to have 115 plus. So there you go. Jay's the turbo man. I'm 90% sure we'll be a turbo man come the summertime, but right now Jay's the turbo man. Jay keeps looking at his turbos. You better get them things installed, boy. You got to get motivated, Jay. You got to get motivated. Oh, excuse me. Oh, gosh, that was terrible. All right, you guys got to keep me going now. You guys got to keep me going. Hey, quick question. I put the... gotcha. Single turbo, a good idea on a 5.7? Absolutely. Absolutely. Single turbo, twin turbo. Jay may kick me, but for the most part, boost is boost. The car doesn't care where it gets it from. So whether it's one turbo or two turbos. Now there's airflow involved with all of that, right? So don't get me wrong, but for the most part, boost is boost. Well, yeah, put a big old single on there. See, there's Jay. Jay's the turbo guy, man. He's any turbo questions, point him towards Jay. All right, back to what I was saying a second ago. So I threw out there on the community tab. I don't know if some of y'all probably saw it. Z, what's going on, buddy? All right, checking in. I got you. So I threw out there on the community tab. I did a couple of these news videos. They did really good on views, the two of them. So the question was, hey, are you guys interested in me doing some more of that? Or is it just something you guys aren't interested in at all? So that's the question. All right. So I'm leaving it out there for you guys for right now. And don't get me wrong, nothing else is going to change. So all the races will be up there, all the mods will be up there as we do future mods and stuff like that. That's still gonna be part of the channel. My thought is I just sprinkle in some of that news when there's some downtime, right? So what do y'all think about me doing some of these news videos? Sharkbait looking at Walker induction kits. Those are nice kits, man. 96 would be huge for a 5.7, no doubt. Eric, like the new format. It's interesting. Eric, not with nitrous. Seriously, what's the community tab? I'm slow. So it's where you guys see it. I'm not really sure. You should, if you got notifications on, you should get notification that I put something in the community tab. I just put a poll up there. Yes, a little, or no. No, I got you, Jay, but you know what I mean? Hey, I like to get a consensus, you know. It's just I get it, it's my channel, but I see it as our channel, right? You know, I usually try and go with the consensus. You're not gonna make everybody happy. I get it. No matter what I do, everyone's not gonna be happy. But oh, Mike Racer X will be there. That'd be cool. If I can get a line up with him, that'd be fun. Yeah, me. Hey, I'll race you once we get to 149 miles an hour. How about that? I'll race you a 150 to 170. Or no, I'll race you a 140 to 160. And that was kind of crazy when I heard it. Yeah, the Demon 170 being limited to 149. I get the reasons why Dodge did it, and I'm sure it was 100% legal reasons why they did it. But why didn't they just come out and say that instead of saying the car is very well capable of 215? They just limited it to 149. But the point is, that should have been said, hey, the car is capable of 215, but is limited to 149 because of these reasons. And everyone would have been happy. Now, whoa, man, it's getting crazy. Talking tire, yeah, I get you, Eric. It's tires, the tune, the drive shaft, some of the other components aren't made to do that kind of speed and that kind of racing. And really, even the owners have said, a lot of the owners have said, it's a one-trick pony, right? It's a quarter-mile drag car, and that's what it does. It's not meant to be a daily driver. It's not meant to do the Texas mile or the Texas half mile. It's designed to do a quarter mile, and that's it. But again, I mean, it's the way Dodge put the information out, right? So when you put information out there and you say it can go 215 miles an hour, but then not say, but it's limited, yeah, they may be in trouble with some lawsuits. We'll have to see what's happening. And then it really gets crazy when you start talking about the dealerships and some of the markups these people paid for the Demon. Now, where does that come in? You know, with this whole fiasco with the 149 miles an hour. It's about to get crazy. I mean, if you guys don't watch OC Motivator and TK, well, more TK's Garage, that dude is on it, man. He's on every freaking dealership he can get his hands on, and he's consistently daily putting out 2-3 videos a day on these dealerships and what they're doing and what's going on. But both of them had put out, you know, hey, Dodge could be in serious trouble for putting, you know, false information. It's tough to say it's false information. I could see where Dodge said, hey, it's capable of 215 miles an hour. We just limited it, blah, 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 blah. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how that all falls out. Let's go back up here. All right, Racer X is going to be there. Yeah, that'll be cool, man. I love to get a run. I mean, he's going to cream me even if I run a 9.6, 9.5. He's still gonna get me. But I think it'll be fun to race a Demon 170 for sure. And I'm sure everybody and their brother is going to want to run the Demon 170 while they're there. Jay's going back to Z. Jason, yeah, when I got my cam, I knew wider LSA would have been better for boost, but also heard tighter LSA would have a little more chop. So I've gone wider, but want a middle ground. Love how it sounds. All right. Awesome, Jason. That's pretty cool. Z, everyone is faster. That's for sure. Yeah, so the deal is, so listening to Racer X and what he got from Dodge is the car will go over in drag mode. It will go over 149 miles an hour, but that's only to finish out the quarter mile. After that, it reverts back to 149. Crazy. Crazy, but I understand why they did it. Jade, chop can head via the tune. It's all in overlap with these VVT engines. Yep. Unless you lock out VVT. And then you don't have VVT to be able to tune it in. Eric, tires in a tune would be going fast. Absolutely. And I think Ant said someone, Dusterhoff and Cetera maybe, already cracked the new Demons PCM. So yeah, Mike, I sent him the link. All right, that is absolutely crazy that they limited to 149. Let's talk about it. All right, I think I already talked about it. Yeah, I already talked about it. They got me talking about it above, but it is what it is. Like I said, I see why Dodge did it. It's just the way they put the information out there was just wasn't right. So people took it for like, oh, I can buy a Demon and go 215 miles an hour. So it'd be interesting to see how this all falls out. Let's find another video. Here's another TNT. What do you think the difference is between the drive shaft on a 170 and a red eye? So what Dodge is saying is it's a hardened drive shaft. I'm not 100% sure I know what that means. I mean I'm guessing it's a steel drive shaft, not aluminum, and it's hardened steel, which is prone to just shattering. Is what I am understanding. I could be wrong, but that's my understanding. Is that the drive shaft is hardened, so it's different than a red eye, because they came out and said, "Hey, the red eye is faster than the Demon. The red eye will go 203 miles an hour, where the Demon's only going to go 149." So if you wanted, they said, if you want to do that mile and half mile stuff, get a red eye. Get a red eye. So it's, yeah. So that's kind of iffy response as well, right? But that's my understanding, Jay, of the drive shaft. Eric, not everyone buying it, loving it quarter mile at a time. That's true. That's true. And the first guy that brought it out on YouTube was Demon 170 is his YouTube channel. He's got a few videos out there. And that's where I got it from. TK got it from. And then OC Motivator, he's got a Demon 170. So he literally looked in the book, and it's in the book. It's in the owner's manual, which is also interesting, right? But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have a problem having a Demon 170. I'd love to have a Demon 170. I think it'd be pretty cool, but because I do love the quarter mile, and I'm not worried about going, that half mile, full mile. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I don't think about the drive shafts. I hear you. Honestly, most folks are going to swap the drive shaft anyways and use better tires also. Plus, let's be real, no one should be buying those cars and leaving the ECU stock. But that's not the point, Jay. I understand where you're coming from, right? But there's going to be people that are going to leave that car stock. There's going to be people that put them in the garage. And there are at least a few people that want to do the mile and the half mile. And they're going to have to do that. Crack the ECU, get tires, get drive shaft. And to be honest, I don't know if there's anything else beyond that. Those were the few things they brought up in the chat into Racer X. So he's kind of got it in with Dodge. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's other components that are like the hardened steel, like the drive shaft, that can also break. I don't know. And they explicitly advised against doing any of those modifications. So, I mean, they're covering their butts at this point, but yeah, still kind of fishy. TK, that dude, he is no holds barred. If you want to watch someone that's doesn't hold anything back, doesn't just flat out savage. Now, if you don't like people cussing, don't watch his videos cause he cusses up a storm. But yeah, he's keeping these dealerships in check, that's for sure, left and right. Like I said, he's been putting 2, sometimes 3 videos a day out there on these dealerships. So Eric says, facts, Jay, the more I hear about this crap, the more I love my 13 RT with baby 5.7 and a 6-speed. I know, right? As run as a 9.3. So, yeah, it was. And it was against that Tesla. And there's a couple people that have said this too. I think he jumped into taking that race too fast before he had some seat time at the track to make sure he figured out the car and how to run the car. But yeah, those are some decent races against that Tesla. But I think he called him out. I think he called him out too fast. I think he called him out too fast. Jay, no ECU unlocks needed and can be hacked to bypass the 14 PSA hard limit. What more can you ask for? Yeah, I know, right? Eric, old buddy in Texas has that demon on bags and is super fast too. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what Kevin Van Voorst actually does with that Demon 170. It'll be interesting to see. As a matter of fact, he was the fastest Charger Hellcat on bags too. I don't know what he's doing, but he's figured out how to make cars go fast on bags, because everyone told him, yeah, you're gonna be able to go fast on airbags. Well, he's done it twice now in 2 different cars. And he's just getting started with his Demon, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. Eric, I would rather just buy the red eye and mod it if I had Mike and Jay's money. I hear you. Mike, how about the DS Mac posted a video of? I'd say it was a bit out of balance. I don't know. I'll have to go check that out. I hadn't seen that. I'll have to go check that out, Mike. Jay's going back to Eric. That's pretty good, Jay. I like it. Oh, excuse me, folks. I need to put 3 pedals in a couple. That would be an awesome modification. Someone put 3 pedals in a Demon 170. Yeah, I'm with you, Jay. Even Dodge is saying, "Hey, this thing's a one-trick pony." I talked about it earlier. It is, and I talked about it in my other video where Dodge is on the way out. To be, I think the writing's on the wall. A few other people think the writing's on the wall. It's just a matter of time. Now, could Dodge Stellantis be going the Ford route, put out a bunch of EV vehicles, and then come back with another V8 later on down the road? Possibility, but I doubt it. Now that they got the Hurricane and the high output Hurricane, I don't see them going back to a V8, but it's not impossible now that they're going to have a bunch of EVs in their stable to get those EPA credits so they can have those V8s like Ford. We'll have to see what happens. But in my opinion, yeah. They're just building cars that nobody wants. Nobody wants a Hornet. As long as I've been driving around, I haven't seen one Hornet on the road at all. Now, a couple people chimed in the comments in that video, and they seen, a couple flying around. But I tell you, there's not many. But I tell you, there's a whole boatload of them right down the street at Bowie, CDJR, Arisman. There's a bunch of them sitting in the lot out there that nobody's buying. And there's a bunch of Chargers and Challengers. A lot of them are SXTs and GTs, but there's a lot of them sitting out there. There's a lot of Rams sitting out there. There's a lot of cars and trucks out there, folks. It's just they're not selling because they're like I said in that video, they raised their prices, the MSRP, 50% over the last 5 years. Inflation in the last 5 years was like 21 or 22%, I think it was. I think it's in that chart on the video. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, Eric, I found a few Hemi motors I'm looking to grab. One to build, but can't seem to find one under 2K. 06 to 08 Hemi. If anyone has any good leads, I got you. I personally don't have any good leads, but if I hear about one up for sale, I'll let you know. Z, unless someone has crazy play money to lose the warranty, most folks are the ones savings keep in stock to keep their collector's value. They run 9192 stock. Yeah, I think they're a 9192 all day long. And if you get that perfect run, that perfect day with the perfect DA, with the perfect prep, and you get the perfect launch, I think it can run that 8.9 at what, almost 152. But other than that, it's a 9192 car all day long. Jay, I think Racer X should have put a slick or a radial on it, and then it would have been a better race. Yeah. I think he just did it too soon. I don't think, because he didn't have any. I think that was his first time, maybe second time at the track. I think. Yeah, I just think he needs more seat time to understand the car, know how to use it, know how to run everything, and you know the deal. It's all about seat time. Always all about, with new cars and new tech. It's all about seat time. Thing leaves like an animal. I bet it does. There's no doubt about it. If it's popping wheelies in first and second gear, it's leaving like an animal for sure. Eric, Stellantis looking stupid right now. I don't know what they're thinking. Yeah, it could be that's what they're thinking is, hey, all right, we took it in the shorts for last, well, going back to FCA days, they've been taking in the shorts for a long time. They've been paying millions on millions on millions of dollars for EPA, one, buying EPA credits, and then two, paying fines on the credits that they couldn't buy. So then they get fined. So they were taking it, and FCA, right, they were taking it in the shorts also. I get it. It's a business. You got to make money, but it is what it is. Now, like I said, now are they bringing all these more efficient vehicles out, more fuel efficient vehicles out, these EVs out to get some of those credits to then eventually come back in the ball game with another V8? They could be looking down the road that far. I just don't think so. You got to remember, Stellantis is out of Amsterdam. They don't understand. They don't understand us Americans love our V8s. But is what it is. I don't blame Tim Kuniskis. I'm sure he's doing what he can to try and keep everything rolling. But you got the corporate Stellantis just shutting everything down. That's what I think. That's my personal opinion. I think Tim Kuniskis is on our side, and I think everything Dodge tried to do, all in good faith. It's just the dealerships and everyone else just took total advantage of it. I think go watch some of Butter the Insider's videos, man. That dude has some great videos. I mean, his stuff is like TV quality. Go watch some of his videos about it. Anyway, Jay, Eric, the thinking they got the technology needed for their cars, and now they're going to kill off the brand. Yep. Ford EVs are staying in lots for over 120 days, as are most of Stellantis inventory. Stellantis inventory is sitting on the lots because they're too expensive. That's just the bottom line. It's not that people don't want these cars or want them. It's people don't want to pay the prices for them. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And Ford even came out. Ford came out. The CEO of Ford came out and said, hey, the reason why we did these EVs was now we don't have to worry about buying credits from Tesla to keep our V8s. We got our own EVs, we got our own credits, and I'm not going to get fined. So that's how Ford's keeping their stuff going. So like I said, Stellantis may be looking down the road. Tim Kuniskis may be looking down the road to make a comeback in a couple years. I just don't think it's going to happen. Hornet supply is currently well over 365 days on lot. Yep. They're sitting because they're too expensive. They're too expensive. I get it. Dodge and Tim Kuniskis said it. You know, they were trying to get into this new market, and it's you can't come into a new market as the most expensive one out there. That's not the way to come in and grab market share. I don't know what corporate was thinking on that one. Eric, I've literally only seen one on the road ever. I know it. I haven't seen any, to be honest. I haven't really been looking that hard, but you know, just driving around, I haven't seen any. That is a problem with Stanley raising prices and build crap no one wants. Yep. But like I said, could it be for a reason? Maybe. I don't think so. Could be. 5 years down the road, if I'm wrong, I'll come back and tell y'all I'm wrong. We haven't talked about their new service model. Selling software upgrades is a terrible idea. Yeah, that is another one of their ideas, is selling these software upgrade. Yeah, there's a few companies looking to go that route. And it's just, yeah, it's a terrible idea, but any way they can suck money out of consumers, hey, did I say it? I'm not sure if I said it in my video. I think I said it last week. What's a rich man want? More money. What's the rich want? They want more money. Why they want more money? I don't know. Once you have enough money, why you want more? Why you want to take advantage of people to get more money? I don't know. Greed is what greed is. I don't understand it. Is what it is. But that's the problem. Rich people, they just want more money. That's definitely not going to work for a service model charging for messaging, seats and navigation, etc. Yeah, is what it is. And what's going on, buddy? Doing some Dominator tuning. All right. I'm triggering you, Jay, with the EPA talk. That's what all this boils down to. That's why Stellantis is doing what they're doing is to get out of paying Tesla for credits and paying fines because they didn't freaking re-engineer their engines to become more fuel efficient and more EPA compliant. Yeah, it is what it is. But I get it. Trying to stay out of politics of things, because politics, chats tend to go downhill, videos tend to go downhill, comments tend to go downhill when you bring in politics to a lot of this stuff. But you really can't talk about it without getting into politics, which it's a double-edged sword. Mike, 1 a.m. comes quick, so good night all. Good night, Mike. Thanks for chiming in, buddy. I appreciate it. The Hornet is just plain trash. I got you, Jay. I don't like it either. I really don't. Jay, the Hurricane engine has potential, but the main drawback is direct injection. I get it's more efficient and cleaner emissions, but man, they're problematic. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see when the Hurricanes come out. I mean, they're putting you smack dab in the middle. Smack dab in the middle between the lower trim is right in between an RT and a Scat Pack, and then high output is right between a Scat Pack and a Hellcat. I mean, don't kick me in the teeth, but I mean, the electric things, they got potential. We'll see what they do, but then again, to get more power, you got to go back for the software upgrades, right? So you're paying Dodge more money to go faster. Yeah, here we go. The EPA needs to be challenged. They're regulatory entity yet folks acting like they are the law. The problem is there's laws out there. There's the government is putting stuff into law. I mean, they've been doing it for years. Hey, your whole line has to meet this mile per gallon, and it's dropping or increasing every year. So you do have to keep up with the law. And the problem is the EPA is the one pushing the laws. So there we go. Trying to stay out of there. That's the problem. The EPA was given power to regulate, which is essentially making a law. Eric, do you have a set goal for this race season? Low nines. That's what I'd like to see. So out of the current setup, what I like to see is a 9.5, 9.6. So that's basically just swapping to max cam. We're going to pulley down to see if we make any more power. If it doesn't make any more power, we'll put the 3.6 pulley back on. But my hope is to get in that 9.5, 9.6 range on the current setup. And then when we go to twin turbos, transmission is what's going to hold me back. I think the transmission is what's going to hold me back. But we'll see where we're at once we get the twin turbos on, get everything dialed in. We'll find out how much the HP90 can take. Jay, the Hurricane could be Dodge's equivalent to the 2JZ. It could. It's got potential. That twin turbo inline six, it's definitely got potential. There's no doubt about it. I mean, like I said in my video, I don't know if no, I think it's this next video. GTRs, right? Look at the power those things make with a 6-cylinder. So it's there. It's just a culture change for us V8 guys to start looking at V6s or inline sixes. Just a little culture shock for us. But like I said, eventually they could come back. I don't think so, but it's a possibility. Coop Dog, I'd rather go slow and hear it. I got you, buddy. Eric, I have a BMW for my i6. It's good enough. I think Dodge. I think V8 power. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, there's a few manufacturers out there with, you know, inline sixes and some V6s that are making big power. So it's possible. It's got potential. I do have the pulley already. I have a 3.2 pulley, which by ProCharger standard maxes out the D1X RPM wise. So I'm at 50. I want to say I'm like 57,000 now, and the max is like 62,000. So a 3.2 pulley is going to put me right at just over that 62,000. Not very far. I think it's like 62,000 and some change. And get it rebuilt by John Moore for 4,500 in his new kit. He just announced it. Basically, giving the FU to Sipple. I hear you. I may very well do that. I may have to talk to John. Jay, so what you're saying? Now is my only chance, Don. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Butter's in the house. What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? No V6s. I get you. Hey, either we accept it or we become Mustang guys. At least that's the way I see it now. And I think you're in the same boat I am. Dodge is just flat out on their way out, and this video stopped. But I'm with you. I'm not a V6 guy either, but like I said, V6 got potential. Don, no culture shock here. I have 4 Hemis on standby, and I'm sure I'll find some more here in the near future. Thank goodness for the aftermarket. I hear you, Jay. I hear you. Yeah, it's on a new pulley too. All right, buddy. Yeah, like I said, I've said it a few times already. I don't know if any new folks are in here. We got about 15, 16 folks. Butter, dude, your stuff is TV quality stuff, man. And you are 100% spot on with everything you're saying. And just like I said, the quality of your videos, the way you present yourself, the way you present the topic, and the lighting and the way you bring in what do they call them, overlays and things like that, man. It's just incredible. You do a great job, buddy. You really do. See, Don, you're losing. I'm losing my mind. I'm just saying. I get it. There's a gazillion freaking, Hemis out there in the junkyards and stuff, but you know the deal. They're only going to get more expensive. And if they're not building anymore and you want a new one, the only way you're going to get a new V8, jump over to Ford. Butter, got some stuff coming tomorrow on the 215 mile an hour. Got some inside info. Cool beans. Yeah, I don't know if you were in earlier. We did talk about the 215 and the 149 limiter, and you know, is there going to be a class action lawsuit? It's just going to be interesting to see how that all falls out. Eric, so a smaller pulley and that, can you get 9.5 range if you're not going to spray it? That's what I'm hoping, Eric. I think it's possible. I think it's definitely possible. I think that cam was holding me back last year. Not that it's a bad cam. I'm just saying I think it was holding me back because of the limiter and the way it was doing some funky stuff. And it may not do that funky stuff in someone else's setup, but it was doing it in mine. So like I said, I went with the Mac cam. We locked out VVT, so I don't have to worry about VVT anymore. And it made great power. So and it made power under the curves too. So yeah, I think we're going to be looking good. Jay, don't tease us, butter. Spill the beans. Spill the beans, fam. All right, saving that for Jay's race. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, dude, I've been doing this for 3 and I'm still terrible at it. I'm still terrible at it. I'm still, especially the news stuff. Now that news stuff, that's all new to me, so I'm still kind of feeling that out. And you know, those two videos that I did do, getting 8,000, almost 9,000 views. I've never had any video get 8,000 views as fast as those two did. It was funny watching it, and I was like, oh gosh. I even talked to RT Life. I was like, dude, I did 2 news videos and got 16,000 views between them. But that's my plan. Is race season is race season. Concentrate on racing, modifications, upgrades, and racing, and more racing. But I am going to sprinkle some news articles in there, at least the big ones. If there's something huge that comes out, I'm not gonna meddle in some of the smaller stuff. But anything major that comes out, I'll jump on that bandwagon. But the plan is stick to what I do. I got a new V8 by building it in my garage. I got you, Jay. I got you. Butter lawsuit, yes, but Dodge gave me some info to share with everyone. Okay, cool. And dude, you've made some contacts. I don't think people understand how many contacts you made. And you even warned them, like, don't underestimate my reach. I got you, brother. I got you. Timothy, what's the ultimate goal on this chassis, Don? Like I said, I'm hoping to get 9.5-ish, 9.6-ish with this current setup. Switch to the twin turbos, and as long as the trans holds up, which I know Jay and probably Ant gonna kick me in the teeth about the stock trans, but we're gonna get those twin turbos and we're gonna push the stock trans as far as we can push it. Coop Dog, I have the P1 and a 2.5 pulley, so hopefully I don't blow up on my first pass. I got you, Coop Dog. And Jay's got it. It's all about the tuning. All about the tuning. That's what's going to save you. Did Always Angry get his car tuned up by EFI yet? I am not sure. I think he was talking with Dave. He may have done it. I'm not 100% sure. I need to jump on that wave. My channel, my channel on the struggle bus. I hear you, Jay. It's tough, man. It's tough to start out. Really is. But you'll get better. You'll get there, Jay. I promise you. Eric, things going to be cool. Always car is sick. Yeah, his car is nice. He's got a sick ride. Butter, we about to hit you up for all the dirt. We're about to hit you up for all the dirt. Coop Dog had it dyno and street tune, but everyone says it's super small. Butter just subbed to Jay. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. The Fast Life. What's the most horsepower on a NA 2023 Hemi 5.7? NA, my opinion, I have no facts to back this up, but I pretty much did everything you could do to shake and bake before I went boost, because I was planning to stay NA, and then I went boost. Probably your best bet NA 420, 430, and that's maybe a stretch. And that's keeping it stock, keeping it a 5.7, not boring anything out, not doing a stroker kit, all this crazy stuff they say is still a 5.7. If you stroke something out, if you stroke a 5.7 to a 392, it's not a 5.7 anymore. All right. But keeping it stock, 5.7, stock bore, stock stroke, stock crank, all of that. I think your best bet is in that 420-ish range, somewhere around in there. I think I put down 412, 415. I think I'd have to go back and look. It's been so long. And have John tune the trans. I may do that. Keep that on the down low. Having to go, Buttertail. Jay, we need more content, my guy. I know, Jay. That's what it's about. I'm telling you. I go back and look when I first started, man. I was hammering videos 2-3 times a week just to get there. Butter, that's awesome. I can't thank you enough. I'm more details about building these platforms and racing. Crazy how I message Kaniskus and others pretty much every day now. All right, Butter. If I have any problems, I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you and TK to save me. Jay, love your content and reference often. I reference Butter all the time. Almost every time I do one of these news videos, because he's either done it or I know he's going to do it. So I tell him to go check out Butter's channel too. Cage incoming if you're going on twins. May have to if I get that 8. if I get an 8, we're gonna have to put a cage in it. Timothy, probably twin. Pretty much, if I go turbo, we're going twins. Jay, I have a video that won't load for some reason, but I'm gonna get it up. All right. Dr. Frankenstein built 5.7 was like what, 800 horsepower. Yeah, I don't know, Ant, to be honest. So Jay's going back to Ant. We got about 1 more minute, about to call it a night. Modern Hemi, I want to get maybe a 392 engine swap and make an ACR Challenger. All right. That would be cool. That would be cool, no doubt. Yeah, Jay's hitting you up. Definitely do the drop-ins. Don't keep those stock pistons and rods. Really, specifically the pistons. You definitely want to swap those out. But here we go. If you're in there to do the pistons, you might as well do the rods too, and have that extra safety. In your opinion, what's the best budget 5.7 turbo setup without breaking the bank? I haven't actually looked at too many turbo setups. The Hellion kit, Jay had the Hellion kit. He said it was great. Any twin turbo kit is gonna cost you. It's just the facts. And if you can do some of the work yourself, you know, if you can do the welding and get the piping and do all that yourself, You can get away. You can get off pretty cheap. Start off there. There you go, Fast Life. Jay's chiming in. I told you he's the turbo guy. Laughs and blind. All right, Timothy. Have a built motor and drop-ins. I have a buddy of mine that can make some custom carbon pieces for the build. Oh, that's awesome, man. That's awesome, Butter. That'd be great. Yep. All right, folks. We are past 10 o'clock. I know I started a little late because we had some technical difficulties. But, hey, I appreciate y'all chiming in. Appreciate you coming into the chat, hanging out for an hour. We always have a lot of fun. I'm always yapping my gums for an hour. Mod to fame. Yo, here, listen, about to do some really cool stuff for the 5.7 community this year. Glad I got the 5.7 leaders in my corner, Mod Red Hemi and 3-pedal J. Yeah, Mod to fame. Hey, don't forget, man, Friday, we're going to put that video together for the America versus the world. That's going to be a good one. It's not going to be a live. I'm going to do a regular video so that way we can edit things out. And I'm going to send it to both Mod to Fame and Staying Mode. So all three of us, if Mod to Fame and Staying Mode want to put it on their channel, they're free to do that. And so yeah, that's going to be a good video. See if we do it Friday. I may put it out I don't want to put it out Sunday. That's Super Bowl. Maybe Monday night we'll put that out. But y'all have a great night. Be safe. Until the next one, folks. Adios.